Imagine the humidity of the Yucatán Peninsula pressing against your skin, a thick living heat carrying the scent of damp earth and ancient limestone. The jungle is a wall of emerald green, a chorus of cicadas and tropical birds that seems to swallow everything in its path. But then, the canopy breaks, the trees pull back, and you step into a sun-drenched clearing. Rising from the earth as if carved by the hands of giants, stands the Temple of Kukulkan. Silent, still, yet vibrating with a presence just beyond what the senses can grasp. This is the heart of Chichen Itza, located in the Mexican state of Yucatan, about 75 miles inland from the Caribbean coast. While we stand in the shadow of this new wonder of the world, we are also in the backyard of the modern town of Pist, where the local Maya population remains the living heartbeat of this ancient landscape. Today, we aren't just visiting a ruin. We are stepping into a coordinate where geography, geometry, and ancient mystery collide. To understand this place, we must first ask who dreamed it into existence. In the Chilam Balam, the ancient book of the community, a haunting question is asked. Did the Itzas arrive, or were they already here? Are they the true owners of this place? Like a litany, the book repeats, they were here. They were not only farmers or warriors. They were thinkers, masters of numbers, cycles, and patterns who saw the universe not as chaos, but as a carefully tuned machine of repeating rhythms. To them, time was not a straight line. It was a circle, a wheel turning forever. And at the center of that wheel, they built a masterpiece of sacred geometry, part calendar, part temple, part cosmic instrument. While the world stares at the Great Plaza, hidden gateways lead to the initial series, an area colloquially known as Old Chichen. Here, archaeologists are still uncovering buildings that predated the city's military splendor, revealing a sophisticated lifestyle of second-level palaces, stone galleries, and patios where elite families once lived. These builders possessed a staggering knowledge of engineering. The area occupied by the Temple of the Warriors and El Castillo sits upon the Great Leveling, a massive 5-hectare platform of intentional prehistoric construction. They gathered millions of tons of material to create a perfectly level base upon which their architects could plan. This wasn't just a building project. It was an act of total environmental mastery, mounting their sacred city directly onto the bedrock to ensure it would stand for millennia. When you walk toward El Castillo today, its symmetry is breathtaking, but its true beauty is mathematical. Each of its 4 staircases has 91 steps. Together with the top platform, they total 365, one for every day of the solar year. It is a calendar sculpted from stone. Hidden within its belly is another secret. A tunnel opened in the 1930s leads to a substructure where a treasury room holds a red jaguar throne. Decorated with cinnabar and inlaid with precious jadeite, it sits in the dark, a silent witness to the power of the sovereigns who once sat upon its back. Then comes the equinox, the moment when art, science, and myth fuse together. On 2 days each year, the northwest corner of the pyramid casts a series of 7 triangular shadows that form a glowing serpent of light and darkness. Slowly, it slides down the staircase until it meets the carved stone head at the base. This is Kukulkan, the feathered serpent, descending from the sky. Even a small deviation in the pyramid's angle would break the effect, yet for over 1,000 years, the serpent has arrived on schedule. The Maya didn't just observe nature, they synchronized with it. But the Maya mastery extended into the shadows as well. In the central area lies El Akab Jib, the night riding building. Here, the architecture is austere, reflecting a desert-like purity. Inside, refined glyphs were carved into lintels intended for the darkness, meant to be contemplated only by the flicker of torchlight. In Maya art, what stays in the shadows carries as much meaning as what stands in the sun. These inscriptions continue to transmit their messages across time, even when no human eye is there to read them. The city's acoustics are just as intentional. If you clap your hands at the base of El Castillo's staircase, the sound returns as a sharp, bird-like chirp, the call of the sacred Quetzal. This is no accident. The steep steps act as a resonator. This speaking architecture extends to the Great Ball Court, the largest in Mesoamerica. Its towering walls create an incredible corridor for sound, allowing a soft voice on one end to carry hundreds of feet. It was a ritual theater where the ball game represented the struggle between light and darkness, life and death. This society was deeply shaped by its environment. The Itchas were the Phoenicians of the region, navigators who traveled via Cozumel and Xcaret to revitalize the economy. But they were also a people haunted by cyclical droughts. Each time the rains failed, it triggered a crisis of faith. When the old gods didn't deliver, they embraced new symbols from central Mexico, integrating Toltec and Mixtec influences. They reinforced their rituals with intense iconography of fertility and rain, desperate to keep the cycles of nature turning. Warfare, too, was a ritualized affair. In the Temple of the Warriors, columns depict a procession of distinct individuals, warriors of high rank, presenting captives. Unlike the wars of total annihilation seen in other cultures, these captures were often symbolic, focusing on the humiliation of the enemy to exalt the victor. Among these 800 generals depicted in stone, archaeologists have identified 4 female warriors of high military command, reminding us that women held significant political and military power in this ancient world. Chichen Itza's understanding of the cosmos reached both upward and downward. Set apart is El Carrical, the snail, an observatory where priests mapped the moon, the sun, and the cycles of Venus with remarkable accuracy. But while the sky was sacred, so was the earth. Nearby lies the sacred cenote, a deep sinkhole seen as an entrance to Xibalba, the underworld. It was a place of reciprocity, where offerings of jade, gold, and human remains were made to maintain the balance between the worlds above and below. For all its grandeur, the city eventually fell silent by the 13th century. Drought, conflict, and shifting trade routes caused the people to leave, and the jungle returned to swallow the stone. But the knowledge did not fade. The alignment endured, and the serpent continued its descent. When explorers like John Lloyd Stevens rediscovered the site in 1841, they were stunned. They expected crude ruins, but found a place of deep intelligence, a civilization that blended math, astronomy, and myth into a single unified expression. The history of the site is also one of modern intrigue. In the early 20th century, archaeologists like Sylvanus Morley explored these ruins. Morley, a secret agent for the US during the Mexican Revolution, is often cited as the inspiration for Indiana Jones, yet the site also suffered. Edward Thompson famously bought the land for a mere $23.50 and dredged the sacred cenote, shipping its treasures away in what can only be described as a massive looting of Maya heritage. Today, we are still reading the first draft of this history. Early scholars thought Maya writing was purely pictographic, but we now know it is a complex phonetic system. The true nuances, the fine irony, the double meanings, and the deep cultural values can only be fully unlocked by native Maya speakers. As they begin to apply modern techniques to decipher these stones, the stories we think we know are going to change. We are standing before a message that is still being translated. On the equinox, thousands still gather at the base of the pyramid. The air hums with anticipation as modern lives pause. And then, as it has for 1,000 years, the serpent descends, a story written in shadow and stone. In that moment, the distance between us and the ancient Maya vanishes. We witness what they witnessed. We feel what they felt. Awe, wonder, connection. Chichen Itza reminds us that the past is not dead. It is alive, speaking through light, sound, and structure. The pyramid still speaks, the echo still answers, and the serpent still returns. It is a message carved into time itself, a reminder that human beings have always reached toward the sky, searching for meaning in the movement of the stars. If this journey into the ancient world stirred something in you, if it made you wonder deeper or question what we think we know about our past, then stay connected. Like this video, subscribe to Ancient Origins, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next mystery we explore. Every week, we uncover another chapter of humanity's forgotten story, carved in stone, buried in earth, or written in the stars. If you're drawn to places like this, you belong here. Thank you for watching, and until our next discovery, stay curious. The stones are waiting to tell their full story, and we are just beginning to listen.